Now that you've gotten rid of the toxic habits in your morning routine, and you did do that, right? Today, I'm going to introduce you to 3 healthy habits to add to it, including the Habits Affirmation from the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck. This affirmation will empower you to make the right choices for you to start your day in an empowering way. Let's do this, girlfriend. We're sprucing up our morning routine. Hey girlfriend, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Do you want to connect back to yourself and what you really want for your life? Do you find yourself up late at night wishing you could just stop that never-ending cycle of people-pleasing? Do you wake up with plans for the day, but you struggle to follow through to complete them? Hi, I'm Marie. I too felt overwhelmed on the hamster wheel called life. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, and unhealthy habits were standing in my way of truly living a happy life. My breakthrough happened when I learned the power of choosing happy. In this podcast, you will find ideas for living a life where you put what you want first. You break free from your mind's focus towards negativity, and you find the peace and stability that will help you live the life that you really want for yourself today. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Come on in, girlfriend. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. In last week's episode, number 24, titled, Do You Want a Choose Happy Morning? 3 Toxic Morning Habits to Stop Doing Today. It was part 1 of the morning routine series. I talked about toxic habits that you might be doing as part of your morning routine. Did you know they were toxic before I mentioned them? Did you know they were toxic and yet you continued doing them? Did you check your phone upon waking up this morning? If you didn't, that is a really big win. I'm so proud of you. How about drinking that glass of water before having your coffee or tea? Did you do it? Just think, by adding this glass of water, you're increasing your water intake for the day, and that's always a good thing. Last week, it felt a bit negative for me as I was talking about negative things. We were talking about toxic habits. So this week, I'm feeling a whole lot more positive as I record this episode for you. Healthy habits, here we come. There are several healthy things you can do as part of your morning routine, and I'm only going to cover 3 of them today. I would need a lot more time to cover all of them, and I want to keep these episodes in manageable chunks of information that you can easily implement after listening to them. I wanted to share with you habits that many of you may not realize its positive impact, and or you may not have been convinced yet on their positive impact in helping you have a happy day. So I thought I would share these with you for your consideration today. Number 1, journaling. In episode 23, titled Looking for Peace of Mind, 5 things you can do today, and these episodes that I refer to will be listed in the show notes, so you can go to the link there afterwards. I'd like to do a brain dump, and I introduced you to this in that episode number 23. I talked about how I write in my journal every morning about whatever is on my mind, and I just find that from doing that, I complain less to others, especially to my husband, which he really appreciates, I'm sure. I just need to get out that mental clutter, you know? You go with your day and just stuff is still in your head. Well, when you write it down, you get it off your chest. In this case, you get it out on paper. And then when we have it written out on paper, we no longer feel the need to tell others about it because we already have. So by doing that in the pages that you write in the morning, you've already gotten it off your chest. You can get going with your day. And you don't need to be a good writer to do this. No one is going to be looking at your pages, or at least they shouldn't be. So what you write there is for you. It only needs to make sense to you. As part of my journaling, there is something that I like to do at the end of each day's journal entry. So every time I sit down and I write, and I just get out that mental clutter, before I leave, before I finish it, there's something that I do that is very powerful. And that is, I write 3 things that I'm grateful for as I begin the day. Gratitude is so powerful. And it can be small things. It could be that you're grateful that the sun came up and you saw it. Grateful for that cup of coffee. Anything. It can be anything. Being grateful is positive energy. It's being grateful for what we already have in our life. It sets us up for positivity because gratitude, it's a positive action and powerful for helping us start the day in an appreciative and happy way. Journaling can be done in a fancy notebook. You could type it out, although I hear handwriting is more powerful. Or you can just use a ruled notebook or loose leaf pages. It doesn't need to be anything specific. If getting a nice book and pen is something that resonates with you and makes you look forward to it, then go ahead and do it. And find an inviting space that you feel you can do that. That really does make a difference. It makes you look forward to doing the activity every morning. All right, the second healthy habit for your consideration is read something positive. Yes, reading. You could read a book or you could watch YouTube videos. The importance about this is about bringing something positive in your life as part of your morning routine. And there are two different suggestions I have for you. One is a self-improvement book. Is there a book you've been meaning to read? Maybe you bought the book and it's still there unopened. Because I see you. Take this early morning time to read it. Instead of looking at your phone, scrolling through social media, which is mindless scrolling, take the time and read a book or watch some YouTube videos, something that brings positivity into your life. The second thing you could do as part of this reading time is you can improve a skill. You know how you've been saying you don't have time to learn something new? Learn it as part of your morning routine. Take 15 or 30 minutes if you do have it while you're having your coffee, after you journal, before you journal. And just those chunks of, let's say, 15 minutes, if you focus on one book, you'll have that book done. It could take you a month though, but it would give you just 15 minutes of something positive, something that improves you, that you do every morning. And the third thing, I think you're going to know where I'm going with this. The third healthy habit I recommend is using affirmations. You knew I was going to say this, right? If you are not familiar, affirmations are a self-help tool that nurtures our self-confidence and helps us believe in our own abilities. The words in the affirmations replaces negative self-talk that we may be having in our minds for whatever reason. It could be childhood programming where we were told that we couldn't do certain things. It could come from anywhere. Affirmations support the person that you want to become, the habits that you want to implement, the mindset you want to have, and the life that you want to live. I like to pick a new card every morning from the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck. If you're not familiar with this card deck, and you can learn all about it on my website, choosehappywithmarie.com. I created it in 2020, actually, during the COVID pandemic. It's my pandemic project. I started working remotely, and so I had this extra time in the morning. And then I felt called. I felt called to share with others the self-help tool that I use to help me choose happy. So I took the affirmations that I had been using for years that was helping me with the negative self-talk, and I designed a card deck. It actually includes 30 affirmations that covers various self-improvement areas. These affirmations have helped me choose happy in living my life, and now I'm sharing them with you so that you too can use them to remind yourself of the power of choosing happy. You can purchase them on my website at choosehappywithmarie.com. You can see the link in the show's notes. For this episode, I intentionally selected the following affirmation card from the deck. And it goes like this. If you don't have the card, or if you do have the card, you can go get the card from the card deck. Here we go. I make space in my life for good habits. I influence these habits by my choices. I'll repeat it 2 more times. I make space in my life for good habits. I influence these habits by my choices. Last time. I make space in my life for good habits. I influence these habits by my choices. And on the back of the card, of the Choose Happy cards, there is this question. What action can I take today aligned with this affirmation? It's a triggering question to just ask yourself, what choice could you make today? If you are trying to implement healthy habits, it empowers you to say, I can choose this. I can choose a different action. My habits don't have to control me. As I mentioned, affirmations support the person you want to become. So in the case of this card, when I authored it, I wanted to empower myself with good habits. I wanted to stop the toxic habits that I had, and I wanted to make space for the habits that I knew that if I implemented in my life, they would help me become healthy and happy. They would set me up for success. Our choices influence the habits that we have in our daily life, including our morning routine, which is the focus of today's episode. How do you feel about these ideas I just shared with you? Tomorrow morning, could you take the time to journal? Maybe start with 15 minutes. Do it while you're having your morning coffee or tea. That glass of water we talked about last episode. Is there any book that you already have in your home that can work as a self-improvement? Or if you want to learn a new skill, maybe take 15 minutes as well and start reading that book again. And lastly, take the time to say an affirmation. You can use the cards from the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck. You can get a sample of them for free in a PDF format. See the link below to get them for free. Oh yes, and I can't leave you without an inspiring quote, now can I? This quote is actually one more healthy habit you can do as part of your morning routine. It is a quote from Yoko Ono. Smile in the mirror. Do that every morning, and you'll start to see a big difference in your life. Take back your mornings. Implement a healthy morning routine that empowers you with positivity to begin your day. Let me know in the Facebook group what your healthy habits that you have as part of your morning routine. I would love to hear from you. Let's share ideas with each other. The link to the group is in the show's notes. Just scroll down after you listen to this episode. I want to thank you so much for listening. I am so grateful to have this opportunity to connect with you in this way. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode gave you ideas for choosing happy and living your life today. You are worthy of living a happy life. Please forward this episode to friends and family who may benefit from hearing about today's topic. If you have a minute, please leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. It warms my heart to see the reviews, and reviews result in the show being recommended to others on the podcast app. If you're looking for more, I invite you to come join us in the Choose Happy with Marie Facebook group, where I drop by several times a week with inspiring posts. You can find the link in the show's notes. And finally, don't forget that you can purchase your very own Choose Happy affirmation cards on my website at www.choosehappywithmarie.com. Have a great day, and remember, choose happy.